Welcome back to Newsbeat. We're turning now to sports with Erik Vollenweider. Now, Erik, I certainly missed my LSU football this past Saturday, but it was still a pretty good weekend for LSU sports, wasn't it?
That's right, Abe. Both the LSU volleyball team and soccer team both in action this weekend. Both teams ranked in the top 25 nationally. But first, we're going to turn to a little bit of football. While the LSU football team did not have a game this weekend, all eyes of LSU sports fans are still firmly entrenched on the gridiron. The first BCS standings were released on Sunday, with the Tigers firmly entrenched in the top 10, sitting pretty at number 9. The Tigers also moved up one spot in the AP and stayed at number 10 in the coaches. Moving forward, if the Tigers want to improve their ranking as the season goes on, they're all fast in the SEC in total offense and second to last in points per game. In the Tigers' last game against number 1 Florida, they struggled mightily, to a tune of a measly 162 yards, 5 sacks allowed, and only 3 points. Sophomore quarterback Jordan Jefferson in the offensive line is taking the brunt of the criticism from fans and media, while stud freshman Russell Shepard's role has almost been non-existent, totaling 0 snaps in LSU's 13-3 loss to Florida.
He's a playmaker. He comes out there and he makes plays with the ball in his hand. He's a shifty guy that can, explosive player. So once, he gets comfortable and where he feels like he's ready to play and he can get in game type situations more consistently, he'll definitely be an extra threat on offense.
LSU will host the Auburn Tigers Saturday in Tiger Stadium. Kickoff is scheduled for 6:30, and the game can be seen nationally on ESPN2. Moving on to a team that actually touched the playing field this weekend, Brian Lee and the LSU soccer team welcome in 2 SEC West foes this weekend. After a sloppy 0-0 tie with Ole Miss on Friday, the 15th-ranked Tigers got back to their winning ways against Mississippi State on Sunday. Senior Mallory Rutledge assisted on 2 goals, and with the shutout, sophomore goalkeeper Mo Isom broke the LSU record for career shutouts. The team will hit the road next weekend as they travel to face 17th-ranked Florida. And finally, the LSU volleyball team looked to keep their winning streak alive when they hosted Ole Miss and Mississippi State this weekend. Once again, the Tigers dominated their SEC West opponents, sweeping both teams. The Tigers have not dropped a set since their October 2nd match with Alabama. On Sunday against Ole Miss, the result was never in question. In the first 2 games, the Tigers outscored the Rebels 50-22. Tigers will travel to face off with possibly the toughest opponent they have left on their schedule when they roll into Lexington to face off with number 7, Kentucky. And Abe, little thing, Les Miles from his press conference yesterday noted we might see the emergence of Jarrett Lee playing a little bit quarterback. You never know. Maybe get a few series out there in place of Jordan Jefferson.
He certainly looked good on that touchdown pass against ULL.
Yeah, it's better than throwing touchdown passes to the other team.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Erik.